is going on, freedom fighters? Welcome back to another Mile High Monday here on Break the Chains Media. Today is Monday, January the 19th, 2025, and I'm your host, Corey. We're coming at you live with a lot of great stuff, a lot of entertaining stuff, a lot of exciting things, some Don Lemon action happening at a church, some First Amendment fiascos happening, so we're going to jump into that. The DOJ just pouncing. The DOJ pounces on Don Lemon. So we're going to get into that. We're going to get into some more of the philosophical angles of this ICE protest, this ICE conversation. Renee Good, what could have done, what should have done, who we talked to, and our opinions on that. We got some behind the wall on Rumble Premium. I'm going to be getting into a lot of my folks. I'm gonna be going a little unhinged, a little just ranty, ravey, more than normal, more than usual. But we're got a power hour to get into in about 30 minutes. I want to make sure I don't miss a goddamn minute of the Timcast IRL having Nick Fuentes on. That is the report as it stands right now. Nick Fuentes is supposed to be on Timcast IRL in T-minus 30 minutes. So I do not want to miss that because it's going to be interesting to see the conversations to be had on Timcast IRL with Nick Fuentes. But without further ado, folks, let's get into it. We got some crazy stuff to get into. I'm going to do a quick segment on Don Lemon, then we're going to be going behind that premium Rumble paywall. If you are a Rumble premium content creator, that is what I do now that we're part of that premium creator program. But you got to be on Rumble Premium. So you got to jump on Rumble Premium and be involved in that subscription-only situation. But we are going to get into all the good stuff here. If it's the first time joining Break the Chains Media, hit that thumbs up button, hit that follow button, be a part of the chain breakers here on Break the Chains Media. We talk about all things news, media, culture, corruption, expose, on-the-ground journalism stuff. I'm in the Mile High City in the Centennial State of Colorado. That is what I do. That is what I'm all about, trying to bring truth to the people, trying to make sure government and politics work for you because we have been disconnected with our whole civics society and our civics culture. Everyone just thinks emotionally and first-order thinkers and a bunch of just non-educated individuals are voting, are being a part of this process, and it is frustrating, especially when you're trying to go through the slog of government and what actually is the power of government, what's the extent of government, what that means for us. So that's what we do on Break the Chains Media. We try to bring that to a local and younger community, so we can stop taking the goddamn black pills. We don't want black pills, okay? I don't even prescribe any pills. Let's just work out. Let's just be healthy. Eat right, be healthy, get 10,000 steps. No pills here on this program because it's up to us to better ourselves every single day. You can do that by going over to breakthechains.media. That is the website. That is the landing page. Realm Walker Hot Sauce, top right corner. That is our unofficial shameless plug here on Break the Chains Media. Realm Walker Hot Sauce. Come grab yourself a bottle of Realm Walker Hot Sauce. From mild to extreme heat, travel the 9 realms of Norse mythology through hot sauce. Niflheim and Midgard are my 2 green flavors. Milder, cooler, a little bit for everyone. And then I've got Ragnarok Smoked Chocolate Super Hots. Arguably one of the hottest sauces I've made is Ragnarok right now. You can pick it up, so follow, message Realm Walker Hot Sauce on Instagram. Shoot them a follow. Message us here at Break the Chains Media or Realm Walker Hot Sauce. You can reach out. You can get involved and support the channel there. And then we can't forget the Chainsaw Caucus. Light up them chainsaws. Bring them up. Light them up. Let's go. Cut through the government bureaucracy. Bloat, corruption, fraud, abuse, all the things. 527 pack. Chainsaw Caucus, nationally recognized pack. And here to limit government and maximize liberty. Making sure that candidates are getting behind the helm in politics to make sure we are in charge, the people are in charge, and government stops wasting our money. Your $10 donation helps out with Chainsaw Caucus and helps out Break the Chains Media. The affiliate link is in the description of this live stream right below. But without further ado, let's get into it, folks. We're jumping in. Don Lemon. Don Lemon's in trouble, folks. Don Lemon. I pronounce it like that because it's way better than lemon. I don't like saying lemon. Don Lemon it just rolls off the tongue. It's beautiful. I'm never gonna not say it like that. So that's what I'm fucking doing. Sorry. Try not to swear on these. Trying not to swear on the to the public version. Get that Rumble Premium. Get behind that paywall. I'm going to be a little bit more uncensored. But let's get into it, folks. The DOJ to investigate and arrest Don Lemon and Minneapolis church stormers. This is a wild one, folks. Don Lemon walked into a church and started pestering the parish, pestering the whole church community. People were being escorted out the back door because they didn't want to be accosted by media in their church. So let's get into it. Let's see what's happening with the Department of Justice. The Department of Justice has announced that they will be arresting Don Lemon and open investigations into storming of City Church in St. Paul, Minnesota. Very interesting. From Harmeet Dillon, let's take a listen here. Okay, folks, let's jump in.
The Attorney General has been on this from the Attorney General has been on this from the moment it happened. There are already 2 prosecutors from my office on their way to Minneapolis, and they'll be there this morning. We have an FBI team assembled and local prosecutors as well. This is going to get the highest attention from the Department of Justice because there is no more sacred right in our Constitution than the right to assemble and pray to God. And there are federal laws that protect that right. And what happened here was a shameful exercise of virtue signaling, disruption, fear, terror. You can see children in this video being ushered out the back by their terrorized mothers. And this is illegal. And I want to add that the Biden administration prosecuted people peacefully praying outside abortion clinics for much, much less.
Yes, absolutely. So, and what Harmeet Dillon's bringing up with the Biden prosecuting abortion clinics, this is a violation. It's under the FACE Act, FACE. I believe it was passed in like 94 or something like that. But it essentially talks about First Amendment rights, First Amendment protections, and the fact that getting involved or being a detractor or being stopping the right of someone's First Amendment or abridging their right of peaceably assemble in religion, churches, gatherings, stuff like that is an actionable offense to the DOJ. The DOJ did the same thing under the Biden administration when they were targeting anti-abortion stuff. It's very interesting, actually. The FACE Act includes the First Amendment protections under religion and right to assemble, as well as abortion. I feel like that was the only way they were allowed to get it to pass, by appeasing the Democrat platform at the time in regards to the abortion conversation. But the Biden administration had DOJ actionable offenses against these anti-abortion rallies that were happening under his watch. So now we're seeing that same thing happen in Don Lemon and these churchgoers protesting within the grounds of a church. Beyond the pale, folks. Absolutely beyond the pale. Disgusting behavior from the left, but I would expect nothing less from these scumbag, degenerate, progressive, cultural Marxists. What is going on, Stouffer? What up, Patriots? Finally able to jump in and live stream again. It's been a while. Thank you for being here. You get that treasure chest. You're a treasure to me today, Stouffer. You are a treasure today to me. Don Lemon will reportedly be arrested by the Trump administration under the Freedom of Access to Clinic Entrances Act, the FACE, Freedom of Access to Clinic Entrances Act. Very strange. And the Ku Klux Klan Act. Can we just take a beat here? Let's take a beat. Don Lemon may be facing charges from the DOJ regarding the Ku Klux Klan Act, the KKK Act. Don Lemon will potentially be charged under the KKK Act for entering and abridging the right to peaceably assemble under the First Amendment in a church. Ironically, on Martin Luther King Jr. Day, another black man with a dream. Well, I guess Don Lemon's dream was to spend some time behind bars or facing criminal justice against the DOJ. That's obviously what he was doing here. He was just trying to ask questions. He brought coffee and donuts, right? Don Lemon brought coffee and donuts for these protesters, and now he's inside the church abridging other citizens' right to peaceably assemble and practice their religion. The Klan Act is one of the most important federal civil rights statutes, said Civil Rights Assistant Attorney General Harmeet Dillon on the Benny Johnson Show. It's a law that makes it illegal to terrorize and violate the civil rights of citizens. Wherever the people conspire, this Klan Act can be used. Bada bing, bada boom, take it to the bank. Yeah, this is incredible. Don Lemon himself has come out and said that he knew exactly what he was going to happen in that facility, Dillon continued. He went into the facility and then he began, quote unquote, committing journalism as if some sort of shield from being a part and embedded in part of a criminal conspiracy. Very interesting. We will have to see. We will have to see how Harmeet Dillon and the DOJ and everything responds to this. But they are what appears to be taking a very swift and actionable movement against Don Lemon and all of these protesters. Let's see what unfolds. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I guess that is the theme of January in response and in reaction to the ICE protest happened in Minnesota. So a lot of dumb liberals and a lot of dumb people are doing a lot of dumb things, and the DOJ hopefully won't be dealing with it much longer. They have had enough. They've fed up, but we have to see a larger scale. Under the law, we must assert everything actionable lawfully within the rule of law against these agitators, against these activists. They are fomenting and further creating this hostility, this climate, this culture climate of chaos. Ooh, I like that. The cultural climate of chaos. These progressive leftists are doing exactly that. And Don Lemon is leading the pack, and we will see how the DOJ responds. Folks, it's going to be wild. Let's take a listen here. Let's take a listen to see what this is.
We will pursue charges in this case. I see various crimes that have occurred. Exactly what we will pursue charges in this case. I see various crimes that have occurred. Exactly what they are, I'm not going to flag, but the FACE Act has been mentioned as one of the predicates there. In other cases, the Biden DOJ used the Klan Act conspiracy charges tacked on to the FACE Act in the case of protests outside abortion clinics to bring much longer sentences. So There are a number of tools available to us. Who funded this? What else? What other crimes may have occurred? Was there a use of the wires or the mails in preparing for this event? Did anyone cross state lines to do this? All of those are potential predicates for additional federal charges.
Wow. I mean, I've just pulled up the Klan Act because this is the first time that I've heard this mentioned. This is an act that was passed in 1871, correction there, to combat the Ku Klux Klan and protect African Americans' voting rights, especially the Enforcement Act, which is known as the Force Act. So here's some of the.
We're not going to listen to this whole clip of Benny Johnson. But you can go watch this. I think Benny posted this on X, but you can check that out, folks. It is going to be absolutely wild to see the irony of Don Lemon being charged by the DOJ under the Ku Klux Klan Act is the thickest level of irony. Hilarious. And on Martin Luther King Jr. Day, nonetheless. That is absolutely wild. What a time to be alive, folks. What are your thoughts in the What are your thoughts in the chat? What are your thoughts in the stream? Because I'll tell you what, Don Lemon and his whole his long storied history of how he does journalism is quite hilarious. Just his partisan behavior, and then how he pretends to walk it back. And every time he has conversations, every time he has face-to-face confrontations with people who might oppose him or disagree with him, he always seems to walk his questioning or his verbiage or his wording backwards, and to circle his own wagons. He doesn't even have wagons to circle. But Don Lemon is a buffoon of a journalist, in my opinion. But we will see how this plays out. Stouffer, appreciate you jumping in. But folks, we are going to be going over to Rumble Premium because you got 15 minutes. I wanted to cut this real short because I do not want to waste a minute when it comes to the conversations being had with Nick Fuentes on IRL. And I know some people might not like Tim, and that's fine. I get that. But I know some people might not like Fuentes. I get that too. But the fact that this is this has been a long build-up to this moment with Fuentes being on IRL, and it is going to be very interesting to see what unfolds in the conversations that will be had with Nick Fuentes. And I know he's been on Piers Morgan. I know he's been questioned by he was on Tucker Carlson before that. He was on Piers Morgan. He was on Steven Crowder. But to see how he conversates on IRL with Tim and crew will be interesting. So thumbs up. Let me know in the chat what you think about that aspect. But we are going to be jumping over to the Mile High Monday rundown on my live stream and my opinions on all this. In summary, folks, better dead than red. Better dead than red. If anything could be more true in the state of Colorado and the state of current politics in the 2026 year, this day of our Lord, 2026, this year, better dead than red. You can't have it any other way. You have to stand up against these cultural Marxists, this progressive creep that's happening in every institution across our country, from city, state, county level, everything about it, nationally, everywhere. Be aware, they have a concentrated effort to destroy every aspect of our rule of law, our constitutional republic, and our way of life here in America. And that is what they've been doing for a very long time. So, folks, this term, it's always been a saying, better dead than red, right? Better dead than red. And they might have twisted it over years to conflate red being conservative. However, we all know what the real red is. The Reds are the goddamn commies, right? What is it? Scratch a socialist and under it you'll find a commie or something shit like that. Sorry, try not to swear. But yes, something like that. But folks, better dead than red. But we are going to be jumping over to the premium side of this live stream. So if you have Rumble Premium, jump over to Rumble Premium. We'll be there in just a few seconds. Folks, follow Break the Chains Media on X, follow it on Instagram, follow it on YouTube, Facebook, wherever you find it comfortable, wherever you find it fitting. Shorter form videos are on the way. Shareable links, shareable clips, hot takes, that all thing's going to be on all my socials. So make sure you follow me. Make sure you find me. Make sure you share this video with your friends and family. But without further ado, we are going to Rumble Premium. So we'll see you on the other side, folks.